One person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
With all the tattoos, man, what's going on? You got.
What? You want to know the truth?
Yes, I want to know the truth.
All right, brother. I got tired of my face, man. I had that face for 28 years. I wanted a new face.
Blueface walked out that prison gate looking like a whole different character, and people picked up on it instantly. His whole energy felt off those random logo tattoos slapped across his face. That cold, empty stare, the stiff, slow body language. It all looked nothing like the dude everyone knew before.
It's the new Blueface. Very, very different. There's a lot going on over here. I feel like somebody forced him to do this. This wasn't consensual.
The internet started buzzing fast, with people saying, nah, something definitely happened to him in there. And that's when Katt's old warning started creeping right back into the mix. Katt been speaking for years about those so-called humiliation rituals, saying the industry knows how to break someone down mentally, rebuild them from scratch, and roll them back out into the world looking like a remixed version of themselves, almost like a puppet. So when Blueface walked out looking marked up, distant, and totally out of character, the whole internet jumped like, this is exactly what Katt was talking about. People weren't whispering, they were shouting. But here's where it gets wild. Is everybody just reaching with these humiliation ritual theories, or is there something sitting right in front of us that we're not supposed to ignore? Because when you line everything up, the timing, the bizarre facing, the spaced out expression, the strange lack of movement, it all lands way too close to the kind of stuff Katt been calling out for years.
Something major happened to him while he was locked up. And this him when he first went in. And they're saying he lost a spark in his eyes that he once had, and something majorly wrong allegedly happened to him.
It almost felt like every warning sign popped up at the same exact moment. Now let's break down the real timeline of what happened. Blueface went into prison acting exactly like the same guy we've watched for years. Same loud energy, same messy back and forth drama, same trolling attitude, same unpredictable behavior. Then everything got quiet for a few months, and the first leaked photo of him hit the internet. People brushed it off, saying he just put on a little weight or wasn't hitting the gym. Nothing major. But the second he walked out on November 3rd, everything flipped instantly. The way he moved seemed robotic. The look in his eyes felt detached. The new tattoos looked rushed and random, and the vibe around him was nothing like the man his fans were used to seeing. The change was so sharp that even people who never cared about conspiracy talk were like, hold on, something ain't adding up here. Blueface started posting pictures and videos where his entire face was covered in wild tattoos, and the internet froze the moment they saw him.
What makes information so powerful is, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about, does following the ritual work? Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
When I say wild, I'm talking about a full chaotic collage random brand logos stamped across his forehead, cheeks, jawline, everywhere you could possibly fit ink. Chase, Walgreens, MLB, YSL. A mix so random it didn't even look like artwork, just straight confusion inked onto skin. It looked like somebody pressed a handful of stickers on him and said, stand still. People weren't just confused, they were disturbed. Everybody kept asking, who did this to him, and what was the purpose? But the ink was only half the shock. The real alarm came from his eyes. Viewers kept pointing out how his eyes looked flat and empty, like the spark behind them vanished. That wasn't the same Blueface, smirking, trolling, clowning around. This version looked checked out, disconnected, almost like he wasn't fully present.
Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Then people noticed his movements slow, stiff, off rhythm, and even his outfits felt strange, like he was throwing on whatever was handed to him. Yes, he definitely put on weight, but that alone didn't explain the eerie vibe surrounding him. It felt like he walked out carrying something heavy on his chest that he couldn't speak on. The whole aura was different, almost unsettling. One street theory circling heavy is that he got pressured by prison gang members into getting those face tattoos. And that type of thing does happen inside sometimes, just for entertainment, sometimes for dominance, sometimes for absolutely no reason at all.
20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
People believe Blueface probably just went along with it because he wasn't trying to end up in anybody's private corner, if you know what that means. He might have decided to comply with whatever they told him just to avoid being put in a situation that could have gone real bad. But then there's another angle, the angle that has people watching everything with a side eye. Katt spoke for years about that so-called dress ritual, where certain entertainers get pushed into wearing a dress on camera. But according to him, the dress was never truly the point. The real message was the power behind the humiliation, the idea of breaking someone's identity and making them fall in line. Katt said it was never about the fabric, it was about the symbolism. And now people are wondering if these tattoos are just the new version of that same idea. It was about what the whole thing represented, straight up submission. The outfit was just the tool, not the real message.
Everybody's not the same. That's why when I said that, nobody came out and went, "That's not true. I'm on God's side." Like, none of them. The conversation was to show that there are spiritual things going on in the world and that there are things that are bigger than just coincidence, and that a ritual is something that you do over and over and over again a certain way.
And Katt didn't stop there, not even close. He said those strange outfits, those random tattoo patterns, the public embarrassment, the forced scandals, the fake beefs, all of it connects to what he calls the industry's twisted obsession with controlling people from the inside out. He tied it to certain powerful elites with ugly intentions, pushing humiliation as a method to keep entertainers in check. And you don't even have to believe in any extreme spiritual theories to see that the entertainment world is packed with shady decision makers. Like Kanye once said, the whole mission is to control, traumatize, and monetize. They grab a person's pain, reshape it, flip it into profit, then push them back into the spotlight like nothing ever happened.
For myself. Second to myself, man. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Gotta let them know what time it is. I'm dead on. Okay.
Katt's been sounding alarms about this for years. He talked about actors being pushed into dresses they never wanted to wear, comedians being thrown into embarrassing roles, and celebrities suddenly doing things that don't even match who they are. According to him, it's never about the dress, and in Blueface's situation, it ain't even about the tattoos. It's about breaking someone's spirit on full display, making them fold, making them feel small in front of millions. And even though Katt was calling out Hollywood, the message still hits everywhere. He didn't need to say the word prison, because power is power no matter where it sits. Whether it's high-reaching executives with big checks or the people running the prison system, a lot of folks believe it's the same type of powerful groups pulling strings in both worlds.
Brother, I didn't mean to shoot you, bro. If you seeing this, forgive me, man. This is a true apology. I took a couple classes in there too. Yeah. Civilization University. I went to school for that. Just a couple classes.
That's good growth, man. It's great to hear.
The method never really changes. If they want to humble you, reshape you, or turn you into some kind of public message, they're going to do it in a way the whole world can't miss. They make everybody watch the transformation, and the message becomes clear. Somebody else is calling the shots. So when people say Blueface walked out looking exactly like the type of person Katt described, it's not coming out of nowhere. It's coming from patterns folks already seen play out before. Gucci Mane is one of the biggest examples people bring up. He came out of prison looking so different that folks still claim he was replaced or swapped out. His vibe, his face structure, the way he carried himself, everything felt like a full reset. And the theory behind this whole concept is dark but real simple. You take a celebrity already drowning in chaos, already slipping, already surrounded by non-stop drama, and you push them right to the edge. Not enough to destroy them, but just enough to crack something deep inside. Then you isolate them, and nothing isolates someone like prison, where you're stripped down, cut off, and forced to survive off instincts alone. Blueface went in, loud, confident, talking bold every single day. But the man who stepped out? People swear they saw somebody whose spirit got drained. Somebody quieter, slower, moving like he was carrying a weight nobody could see. And then there's the tattoos. That's when the theories really started catching fire. One theory says those tattoos weren't his choice at all. People are looking at that chaotic mix of random logos and saying it looks way too sloppy, too rushed, too out of character for somebody with fame and money to pick willingly. They think those tattoos were put on him by inmates wanting entertainment or trying to show dominance. The rough lines, the random branding, it all looks like something forced, not chosen. But then there's another angle floating around. And this one? This one is even wilder. Some people think those logos ain't random at all. They believe they're coded signals meant for certain insiders. Every time a celebrity goes through one of those public humiliation phases, there's always some strange visual switch-up, something bizarre that regular people can't decode, but insiders supposedly understand. And when you start looking at everything behind the scenes, this same pattern keeps showing up again and again. Britney shaved her head out of nowhere. Kanye went through that full mask era. Orlando Brown started saying whatever popped into his mind. And now Blueface steps out of prison with his face covered in wild, mismatched logos. It makes you stop and wonder if something is being signaled loud and clear, right in front of everybody. Some conspiracy folks swear each symbol on his face ain't just a random brand. They think each one represents a different stage in some deep humiliation process, almost like a checklist stamped on him for the world to look at. They act like his face turned into a billboard for something only certain groups understand. But hey, maybe it's not that deep. Maybe Blueface just crossed paths with the wrong crowd inside, got into it with someone, and they tatted him up just for their own entertainment. That type of thing happens in prison. Sometimes it's not symbolic at all. Sometimes it's just people flexing on whoever's around. A lot of fans are even saying he might have had to let this happen just to protect himself, because prison is a whole different world. In there, sometimes you do whatever you gotta do to avoid getting put into situations nobody wants to deal with. But no matter which theory someone believes, the conspiracies, the prison stories, or something in between, the whole thing still has people talking loud. The result is still the same. Blueface doesn't look or move like the same person anymore. There's something off in his whole frequency, like a piece of him didn't walk out of that building with the rest of him. His eyes, his energy, even the way he stands, it all feels different, like he's carrying something he can't even talk about. So tell me what you think. Is everybody overthinking this whole situation with all this humiliation ritual talk flying around? Or is there really something deeper happening that people aren't supposed to notice? Do you think he just ran into the wrong inmates and things got out of hand? Or is this something bigger, a warning, a forced branding, a message aimed at the industry, not the public? Because if what Katt's been saying for years is actually true, and this is some kind of humiliation phase, then what message are they trying to send by breaking celebrities down one after another? What's the bigger move behind all these strange transformations? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you on the next one.